Hello, good morning, good evening, and welcome to Bigg World Cinema. Without further ado, we'll continue with what you're here for. And to ensure this channel survives, please don't skip the ads. Thank you. I love doing budget videos because I get so much disbelief in the comments. Can't live comfortably on that amount of money. We all have different comfort factors in our life. In Guadalupe Nuevo, Filipino community, just outside the area of BGC behind me, I've been here 4.5 months. I am comfortable here. You might not be, but you can't say, you can't live like that. That's not living. That is surviving. And stay in a rich condo. I can't afford that. I'm staying here. If I had that amount of money to blow, I would spend it, but I don't. Budget videos are about how it is possible to live on a certain amount of money in the Philippines. I love doing budget videos purely for the hilarity and disbelief I receive from morons in the comment section saying my living budget is not possible. I don't know what it is about expats living in the Philippines who say you can only live comfortably in the Philippines on $5,000 a day. As if they're too embarrassed to admit they're pissing their monthly social security benefits up the wall. You can live on any amount of money you want to in the Philippines, but what a lot of viewers fail to understand is that I'm showing the possibilities of living on less than $30 a day. These figures are true. Why would I lie about it, for Christ's sakes? And short of showing you screenshots of my bank balance, I'll break down how much I've spent for the past 5 months. From when I landed in Manila on 12th of May to leaving Manila on 1st of October. Right, I've done the math for you. That's 142 nights. For my first 3 nights in Metro Manila, I stayed at a My Stay hotel, which cost 17 quid or $21 per night. I then moved around the corner to their sister company, My Town, New York, which shares the building with Hotel Oyo 563. Most of you probably know that Oyo hotels are short on thrills. I paid for my first night online, then extended at the front desk at 800 pesos a day, which would work out at 24,000 pesos if I continued paying 800 pesos for a month. But from the beginning of June, I paid monthly in advance, which worked out at an average cost of 19,640 pesos per month for the next 4 months. Now, a lot of you will say, yeah, but for 5,000 pesos more, you can lock yourself into a 6-month condo contract. Sure, you can. But I didn't want the hassle of spending weeks searching for a condo in an area I'd be happy in. Nor did I want the extra expense of having to fork out 2 months' deposit in advance. Staying at Oyo Hotel, electricity, water and internet are included in the monthly rate. Unlike in a condo where your usage is charged on top of your rent. So here's a breakdown of the monthly cost of my accommodation for 142 nights. In total, I spent 1,366 quid or $1,688 at an average of £9.61 or $11.89 per night. Nobody wants to live like that. You might as well be living on the streets. When I lived in Cebu for almost 3 years, I lived in a condo, so would cook for myself. I didn't really miss not having a kitchen in Manila, apart from not having a kettle to boil my water for my coffee, or having a fridge to store my beer, but I worked around that. There's a canteen on site at Oyo, open 7 AM to 7 PM, 5 days a week, plus open Saturday mornings till 2 PM. I'd buy 20 sachets of Capico black coffee in bulk, which worked out at 6 pesos a sachet, and buy hot water from the canteen at 5 pesos a cup. Or even cheaper, 3 pesos a cup at the Sari Sari store opposite the hotel. I'd wake at 6 a.m. and normally I'll be upstairs on the roof terrace before 7 a.m. Most mornings I'd stay on the roof deck relaxing and swimming for a couple of hours. Unless it was raining, which has happened quite a lot over the past 4 months during rainy season. I eat just twice a day at around midday and 6 p.m. either in the canteen or at one of the 4 caranderias nearby, which I'd circulate between. Cleo's carinderia is a 5-minute walk away. Was a favourite haunt of mine. For me, Rusty, you decide. You tell me what to have. I don't know. I'm indecisive today.
There's a pineapple, more pineapple. There's a your favorite with liver. You got to with liver.
With liver. Rusty and Lisa are from Pampanga and produce lovely Pampangan dishes, so I'll be there many times a week. A canteen or carinderia meal is on average around 140 pesos. Alternatively, I dine in BGC, which is only a 20-minute walk away. Dine in one of the food courts, with meals costing on average 200 pesos. I'm not big on nights out. I'd have a more expensive meal once or twice a week that costs around 300 to 400 pesos. 400 pesos. It's Friday night, deserve a treat. Been working hard all week. Not a bad burger. Fries, a little bit skinny, nicely crispy though. It's Victor's last night in Manila. Where are we? Victor leaves tomorrow, so it's his last night in Manila. So we're in BGC having a meal at Roadhouse. We got grilled chicken and chips. Chicken with mash and veg and beers. I've also dined in Poblacion a few times. Al Tarbouche does an excellent chicken biryani for 350 pesos. I'm not a big drinker. I may drink a couple of beers 2 or 3 nights a week. Beers in most establishments cost around 100 pesos, which is around $2. But even in more fancy establishments, you're generally not going to pay more than 160 pesos for a beer. Tried Elephant Grounds, having a beer, and 50 pesos, $2 for a beer on Bonifacio High Street in a lovely place. Happy hour, 115 pesos for a beer, which is $2, just over $2. That's not bad going, is it? In the centre of BGC, Friday afternoon, happy days. We're at Dr. Wine in Corkstown, and I'm with John, and we have Hogarden, what's it called?
Hogarden.
Now what's it called?
What, the area? Manila.
What's the beer called?
Hogarden.
What's the actual beer called?
Live beer.
Is it actually called Hogarden?
Yeah, that's the name of the beer, yeah.
Is it? The beer is called
Hogarden. It's a live German beer.
White beer though?
White beer.
We have got 2 white beers, 275 pesos, happy hour, from 3 p.m. till 7 p.m. at Dr. Wine. They have happy hour, which I didn't know about. So all beers are 275 pesos. So you get 2 of these beers for 275 pesos until 7 p.m. So that's the only reason I'm here. Unlike in the West or in rooftop bars in Bangkok or in Kuala Lumpur, where as a Muslim country alcohol is ridiculously expensive, beer is not very expensive in the Philippines. Now, when I've done these budget videos in the past, I get a lot of comments saying if you had a girlfriend, your budget would double. Firstly, I had a Filipina girlfriend who lived with me in Cebu, and my budget was actually lower when I was with her, as rather than my buying a lot of our food from the supermarket, she would source it from local markets, which I couldn't be bothered to do. She also had a job and contributed when we went out, insisting that as I'd paid for the meal, she'd take us elsewhere for dessert. I don't mind taking girls out on dates, but I'm also not going to entertain a freeloader who doesn't have a job and spends her day making TikTok videos. The 142 nights I spent 1,232 quid, or $1,523, which works out at an average of £8.67 or $10.72 per day. That's not living comfortably at all. Here at BWC, Uncle doesn't charge a subscription fee like Auntie does, but buying us a coffee would be much appreciated. Thank you. So as I said, living close to BGC, I'd regularly walk there. But then as time progressed, I'd get lazy, knowing that a 20-minute walk could be covered in 5 minutes by motorbike taxi, and only costs 50 pesos, just around $1. Trouble was, on a number of occasions, I'd be trying to make a booking on the Joyride app at crazy rush hour, and I'd be left hanging for over 20 minutes, by which time I could have walked there. And visiting Greenbelt, Salcedo, Rockwell or Poblacion takes only 10 minutes by jeepney and costs 12 pesos. If it was raining, I'd book a Grab taxi. Taxis are cheap in the Philippines, unless you get one that isn't a Grab and they want to take you around the houses for a couple of hours. Also, you might be stuck in traffic for a while before reaching your destination in Manila, but all in all, taxis are pretty cheap. So apart from the daily Grabs or jeepneys or motorbike taxis, I also travelled outside Manila to Angeles and La Union for a 3-night vacation, which costs 10,000 pesos, around $176. Travelling around the Philippines, you won't find much decent hotel accommodation for less than 1,200 pesos, or around $21 a night. As soon as you venture away from your normal lifestyle of staying put in one place, your daily costs will almost double. If you're going to be moving around, that is going to add vastly to your expense, as you'll see in my budget breakdown. Obviously this applies to staying in one location for a long time, for a month or more. My budget breakdown is based on living in one place, staying put, not having too many transportation costs and not having different hotel price costs, which will bring up your budget big time. But staying in one location at one hotel or one condo will bring your budget down drastically. Just bear that in mind. So total travel costs were 15,000 pesos, or £114 and $265 for the whole time I was in Manila. That's not possible, that's ridiculous. Just watching the video is pointless unless you subscribe. Thank you. Visa fees. When I arrived back in the Philippines in mid-May, I was stamped in for 30 days. Then I went to the immigration office in SM Aura nearby to obtain my first visa waiver that lasted for another 29 days and cost 2,030 pesos, which is $36. After 2 months I returned to immigration and extended my visa for a further 2 months at a cost of $103, which includes $50 for an alien registration card, or what is called an ACR card, which is basically an identity card that is a necessary requirement and valid for 1 year. You can actually leave the country and come back in with the ACR card still valid if the expiry date, if it hasn't expired, but it doesn't mean anything. It's just a valid ACR card. It doesn't get you anywhere. It doesn't get you anything, or doesn't get you anywhere. It's just valid, and you don't have to get a new one. At this stage, I could have extended my visa for 6 months, but wasn't intending to stay in the country that long. At the moment, you're able to stay for 3 years on a tourist visa, which is what I've done in the past, without needing to leave the country. But you can only get 2 6-month visas issued during a 3-year period. On my third visit, the 2-month visa renewal was only $32. I don't know why it's a lot cheaper than the previous 2-month visa, but that's how it worked. I don't know, that's how it worked out. And this visa is valid until the 10th of November when I leave the country. On the 3 occasions I went to immigration, I asked for non-express service, so I left my passport with them for 5 days and saved myself 1,000 pesos each time. Woohoo! So miscellaneous costs, as you'll see, load to top up my globe data, toiletries, laundry, contact lenses, haircuts and mineral water. So miscellaneous costs worked out at £223 or $275.
That's not living, that's surviving. Boom.
Jenilyn, where's my underwear? Well, you said 3 o'clock.
I'm so sorry.
Videoing me, by the way. I'll come back. How long?
Hi. Oh.
What time? Come back. Is it 5 o'clock? Let me try again. Jenilyn, where's my underwear?
There.
It's done.
Oh, brother.
Thank you very much.
Hi vlog, welcome to my guys.
Welcome to my vlog.
Thank you very much. 152. This extra 20 there for you. Thank you very much.
What's your name, your YouTube?
Just got a load on. People often bring up health insurance as an important option, but I'm risking surviving without needing it, as it works out at around $3,000 a year. And if I'd purchased that whilst I've lived in the Philippines, I'd have wasted around $12,000. But if you've got that cash lying around and you want peace of mind, then pay for it. So here it is. Here's the breakdown of the final costs. So total expenditure from 12th of May to 1st of October. I withdrew 3,481 quid from the ATM, $4,303. I had a couple of credit card expenditures, pesos I'd brought forward from my previous time I was in the Philippines. And from that, I spent 380 quid or $469 on camera equipment and a new suitcase. So I've deducted that from my regular spending to give you like a level playing field. My spending in total was £3,174 or $3,922, and it works out over 142 nights at an average of £22.35 or $27.62 per day. Let me know in the comment section how you feel about this. I'm sure there's going to be lots of you can't survive on that. But anyway, this is it. I say it how it is. And enjoy your stay in the Philippines. Take care. Bye-bye. Just a quick reminder to please click the thumbs up button if you liked the video, or thumbs down button if you didn't. Obviously. Thank you.
If you can't live like a king here, you might as well go back to your own country.
You've been watching Uncle, the man from Bigg World Cinema. Please like and subscribe and send cash.